How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. We're back at F1 Racing Championship for the PlayStation 1 and the Heinz-Harald Frentzen series, where we will try to win Jordan's lost championship. We're 2 races into the season as we head to Imola now. As you can see, a very poor first outing in Australia, where we're getting used to the car. Better second outing in Brazil. Last time out, we finished 7th, just outside the points, but a much better performance all round. Getting used to the car and how it runs, getting used to the game as well. We do know that keeping off the grass is mightily important in this one, because as soon as you touch the grass, we will spin. So as we head down towards Tamburello, slamming on the anchors here. And we hit the grass. As you see, you might have seen the back end just trying to leave the car there. So as we're just getting used to the layout of Imola, it hasn't changed much, but there is the extra there's just a straight. Tamburello is now just a straight. The corner's not there anymore. So just need to get used to that. It's not changed from the last games that we've played for the 97, 98 and 95 seasons as well. So I hope you've been enjoying the season so far. I've had some great feedback so far, so I'm glad people are enjoying it. I just hope we can get some better performances to repay your faith in me. Because the comments have been very nice indeed, so I thank you all for that. So we're just going to finish off the first lap. I don't think we're not going to be pulling up any trees here for this one, but we will move forward together as we head to the final chicane and try and get the car round here. We do that successfully, and we'll start finish lines right at the very end. I thought that at Imola it was quite near the final chicane there. I'm sure it is. We come down to the Tamburello chicane there, slamming on the ankle. We might need to be a bit nicer on the brakes. Going in later laps, and you've just slammed on the ankles there again. We'll take a wee run over the barrier. You go. We take a wee run over use the barrier there to get us back into position. We take a run over the grass, and that is you snookered. Right, so DC out in front again. David Coulthard has been very good in qualifying thus far in the season. He has led the way a lot of the time for quality quality, at least, is what I'm trying to say there. Get distracted by not trying to spin the car again. You could almost straight line that chicane, which we'll try and take advantage of. Come on. So, if the one good thing, or one of the good things that came out, there's not very many things that we could see came out what was a good thing that came out of a worldwide pandemic, and so certainly in Scotland, almost two straight years of lockdowns. Imola getting back on the Formula 1 calendar certainly is one of them. So thank you to whoever it was that interfered with that back in the day for COVID. Imola is now back on the track. I'm clutching at straws to see the end of the film was good, but it was a pretty terrible time. So we'll take what we can from it. Imola is now back on the calendar. Nice to see some of the other tracks that were there. I really like the race at Mugello. I'd like to see that back on the as to a halt there. I'd like to see that back in the calendar at some point as well. I'm fully in favour of doing. Now, let me know your thoughts on this as with this. I'm just going to complete another pretty poor lap here. Thoughts in the comments. If there was, I am in favour of. Now, you can feel free to absolutely tell me a new one in the comments if you so desire. But I am fully in favour of pairing races, and then you would have a race at a circuit every other year. You would have your core ones that have to be on the calendar every year. Monza, Silverstone, Suzuka, Spa. Keep them on Monaco. Keep them on the calendar no matter what. But get the likes of Mugello back on the calendar. Alternate Spain and Portugal every year, so you're not. If you're going to test at Barcelona, don't have a race at Barcelona. Have the race at Portimao. There's so many tracks that are just wasted from a Formula One perspective. I don't know if the problem with Mugello is where it's situated. I don't actually know where it is. Is it not near Milan? Or that is Monza. But it might be not the easiest to get all the people to and from a Formula One race to the circuit. Who knows? But it is there. It's an excellent track, and it's just wasted because the race was actually decent from memory. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. We're on lap 4 here. We're not doing particularly well. We are currently 8th. We're just not finding any pace here whatsoever. Although we're only 2 tenths down on DC, so hopefully we can get ourselves up the pecking order a wee bit. We started sort of the back of the midfield, and then ended up at the back of the whole field. Pedro de la Brundle getting in our way once again. We're going to get a bit of traffic here towards the end of the lap, but that's okay. Looks like we're certainly going to better our by a good few seconds. That puts us up to 4th, so 1:24.7. I'm happy with that. If we can get ourselves away from the traffic, we can't get ourselves away from the grass, so that's going to be an issue. But up to 4th, so we can. It's good to know that we can string a lap together. Try and stay off the grass again. It's a fine line. You can go over the curb. Or you can go onto the curb, but going over the curb is just is bad times for it here. As we're going to get held up here. We need to try and get past these cars. And if you've not watched, if you've joined us for the first time, first of all, welcome. But what you will notice going through this race and any other ones is the AI are pretty much on rails. If you are on the racing line and they're, if you're trying to pass them and then you're like that, and then you're moving on to the racing line, they will move into you. There is no attempt to stop. They will try and knock you off the track, as we're going to see here with this arrows. Yeah, so I was coming on to the racing line there. That is their territory. They are very, very territorial when it comes to the racing line. So they will just move into you. There's no two ways about it. They will just ram into you as we go down to. We were in 5th. We're now down to 6th. Now down to 5th. The lap counter is 6th. Excuse me. I'm trying to focus on trying to get past this arrows here. Although we could probably use their toe. That's probably the only good thing an arrows is good for in the year 1999. The better days are well behind them at this point. And we're now being passed by all sorts. Being passed by, I believe the Minardi of Marc Genet. I don't think it was it. No, was it Williams at this point? Was Marc Genet a Williams driver? No, maybe no, because Williams are still in. I'm sure, but Williams are still in red at this point. So that must have been a Minardi of Marc Genet there. I don't think he was at Williams until 2000. I've just completely ruined this lap. So we'll go and see where we are compared to our midfield rivals, and DC. If I can just stop, if I can actually get back to the pits, that would probably be a good thing. Very temperamental with cars as soon as you go off track, as it probably should be. Well, not to this extent right enough, But there should be a punishment for going off track, I suppose. I'm 21 seconds behind David Coulthard. That is not a surprise. Will not be improving on our 5th place position so far. One thing as well, if you are just joining us, and the regulars will know that these meter boards mean nothing. They are not. They are completely incorrect. So I can't really. So there's no point using the meter board to try and sort of use that as a marker, because they're all over the place. They're just not. They're just not right. And you know, and no uncertain terms. I did see there, the man, the myth, the legend that is Luca Badoer is up in 6th. Luca Badoer and his Minardi is continuing to outperform the Minardi. He's now down to 10th with 36 minutes to go, but he is outperforming that Minardi to no end. He's been in the points. He is, I believe he's had a fastest lap, certainly at one point. He's been in the top 6 in both races so far. As I need to stop that, and he was, you know, on for a podium at some point. So Luca Badoer has been outperforming the Minardi until the Minardi did a Minardi, and it blew up both times. So he's not actually finished the race yet. So we're just going to head back out onto the track. We're now down to 8th. So you know, a top 10 start. You know, not going to be the worst. Not going to be the worst, yeah. I'll not say no to that. It's certainly going to be the best one that we've had so far. I had to slam on the anchors to stop a spin there. That was better. So again, I need to try and find a marker for some of these corners, because that is painfully slow round there. Not going to improve on anything if I'm that slow. 2.5 seconds down on our new poleman, Eddie Irvine, in the Ferrari. Another man who could possibly stake a claim to a lost championship in 1999, but being a McLaren fan, I'm not going to be overly disappointed. Flying Finn. Even though I've not been I have been McLaren. I was Nigel Mansell in the first wave, but that was during McLaren's, you know, not their best days. Rivalled only with 2000, well, the Honda years, the early Honda years, all the Honda years. The second time, but the legendary Senna and Prost years. It is infuriating. Infuriating is probably the right word. You have Jenson Button and Fernando Alonso, two of the best Formula 1 drivers in the history of the sport. And their car was, they were struggling. They were backmarkers. You give them a car that is so bad that it made them look like amateurs. I remember when Alonso went back to McLaren, you're thinking the good days are back again. They've had a few down years after the Hamilton championship, and you signed Jenson Button. There's a few great moments. I arguably could have been world champion in that car again. You think Montreal 2011. Excellent stuff from JB and a McLaren. Then Alonso comes back. You think everything's gearing up. This team is going to sweep everything, and then Honda absolutely crap the bed. Although I can't say anything bad about Honda, because it is a Mugen Honda that is underneath this the chassis for Jordan just now. So Honda at this time, excellent. Can't say a bad word about them. Wonderful engine maker. Great people. We are going across the line here to start lap number 9. So there's 4 flying laps left. I just need to try and piece together some better corners, and hopefully we can improve on our 124.7. It's still good enough for 8th just now, so can't sniff at that at all. As we go over the grass again, try to take a wee bit. I thought if I lifted I could try and take a wee bit more of the corner, but it wasn't to be. Even lifting on the grass and gravel is just a recipe for a spin. So note to self, don't do that again. We're 11.5 seconds down on Eddie Irvine, so we weren't even in a great position before that happened, so that's not good. I'm struggling to control the car there, and we're going to go, there we go, slam on the anchors. That'll stop a spin. It'll also kill any momentum we've got going through the Aquamina Rally complex there. But we go again. It doesn't seem to be too bad going through the quick chicane there. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Car just decided it wanted to go on the gravel. Shades of Ricardo Ross's early races, it just wanted to go into the gravel again. It's sucking its way over to the gravel there again. See, I've just lost all momentum for the start finish straight here. This is a shocker. That's going to be 20 odd seconds down on Eddie Irvine here. Almost, I mean, that was too much grass for my liking there. As we come to Tamburello once again to go round there, and we keep the car facing forward, which was good. Keep it between the two white lines, and on the grey stuff would be preferable here. We'll touch the brakes again, maybe more than a touch, and we are off once again. This is starting to become very, very frustrating indeed, trying to piece together another good lap. Hopefully we can get better than 8th. Would be very, very nice indeed. But we'll have 2 more laps in which to try that before we head to the race. Good thing is, because we fast forwarded so much in the pit lane, there might not be a lot of time left for people to give us flying laps to put us down, whereas I think before we were leaving ourselves, we were finished within the first half hour, and it left people the half hour to try and better our position. But it's not, hopefully it won't happen. Hopefully we'll be there or thereabouts, the 8th position. There's always all momentum in this final corner here. Once again, I have high hopes for Monaco. Fuck this one again. That was where our win and it was one of our best performances in the Mansell at McLaren, in the early Mansell at McLaren races, the early part of the season at Mansell at McLaren. It was where our one and only win. It was where one of the wins for Rubens Barrichello came. We did get a second win later on in the season at Monza. I'm just taking a bit of time to calm myself down after messing up yet another one. So Monaco is it's been a good place for us so far. I think that might be the only. I think that's a track where we've won. No, we didn't win. Excuse me, Mansell. But other than Mansell, we've won there 3 out of the 4 times. Did we win it? Did we win it with Rossett? We definitely won it with Damon. I believe we won it with Rubens. That's terrible now. Did we win it with Rubens? Did Rubens finish second? Oh, we need to look back now. I thought that, well, Monaco's been very kind to us. Definitely won it with Damon. We might not. I know we don't think we did win it with Rossett, because the car was. I do remember that was quite difficult. Rubens, did we win it with Rubens? Please remind me in the comments. I can't believe I'm forgetting that. My memory is awful. We definitely didn't win it with Nigel Mansell, but I think we finished second. But I'm hopeful for Monaco in this one because there's no grass to trip us up. So hopefully that at this point in time, that could be our best chance of a win this year. We have won in every single. Bloody hell! We have won in every single season we've had so far. It's okay. After the performance in Brazil, I was hopeful. I mean, 8th position, not too bad. But see, some of these laps have been very, very iffy indeed. Although, in saying that, qualifying for Mansell and Rubens weren't the best. Still needs to be better. Weren't the best. I would perform better in the races because the other cars are good markers as to where to stop. Because this game certainly doesn't give you any help with that at all. But here we go. So we're going to come round for the last few corners of qualifying. Still in 8th place to start off. Hopefully we can get a good run off the line down towards Tamburello and keep ourselves out of trouble. That is going to be the main thing. Keep ourselves out of trouble. Where do we start? It's going to be 8th place, so that's good. Comfortably 8th place there as well. Luca Badoa in 11th. The living legend that is Luca Badoa. Pedro, good thing for us. Pedro De La Rosa is down in 19th. So fingers crossed we don't meet him. But that was hopeful. That we hopefully didn't meet him in Brazil, and we still did. So we'll see what happens. But I'm happy with 8th, despite the frustrating end to qualifying there. I'm happy with 8th. So we'll go to the race and we'll see what happens. So here we're going to get the starting grid in a second. And we'll just we'll run through that. So that's not as getting off the line, but it's Irvine, Coulthard, Schumacher, Hakkinen, Wirtz and Trulli, Pedro Diniz, Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Yeah, as well. It's going very quickly here. Marc Genet is in the minority there. BAR's Jacques Villeneuve at the back. As well, Ricardo's on the back row again. So BAR, we are going to win in our first season. Not quite happening in the game as it didn't in real life. Let's get hopefully a good start. We've not had a good start. Rubens Barrichello is behind us. We've been overtaken by Pedro Diniz as well. But we've got that place back. So we'll slam on the anchors here. And we're chasing down. Olivier Panis is behind us in his Prost. As we make our way safely through Tamburello there, and we're going to try and get through here unscathed as well. Panis is coming up behind us. We've managed to get away from him, so we're through the first tricky part of the race. The lap so far, we've hit a Sauber. That's Pedro Diniz in front of us. And the Sauber, we're going to slam on the anchors here, keep away from the racing line, because as we say, they're very much tram-like in the fact that they'd love to just stay on the racing line. They are on rails as we are looking to get past Pedro Diniz here in the run-up and try and stay on the tarmac as well. We do get past Pedro Diniz, we get the elbows out, we force our way past them there as we get through the chicane very, very without oh, stay away from Jarno Trulli again. I just hit the back of him. Rubens Barrichello's overtaking Diniz as well. As I get past Trulli, he slams on the anchors. That was more him slamming on the anchors than me trying to get past him. He's in the last points paying position so far, so we're points paying position to 6th here in the 1999 season. We've not quite graduated yet to top 8, so we do need to make up that place to get our first point of the season. It was a good result for slamming on the anchors again. So Trulli's in that last point paying position. Can you please stop weaving, sir? Is the braking, the movement under braking rule not in force in 1999? Come on, sir, that's just poor racecraft. Stay off the grass. No. Please stay facing forward. So we've gone from potentially, oh my god, we are all over the place here. We've lost another position to Ralf Schumacher, the winner last time out in Brazil, in the red and white Williams there. We could be good for a point here, but we need to cut out the mistakes. The good thing is I'm just going to try and get past. Can we get past Diniz here? Have we got the pace? We do have the pace there to get past Pedro Diniz. Do we have the pace to try and get Rubens Barrichello before the corner? No, we don't. But let's not try anything silly here, because the AI do tend to break a wee bit early as well, so we need to try and watch out for that. So Barrichello in his Stewart. Oh. Can we get him on the run down to the final corner? Yes, we can. We just about keep it together as well. Back at 7th, and their 6th and 5th are within touching distance as well, so hopefully we can catch them up in quick succession. It is Alex Wurz and Jarno Trulli are the ones we have in our sights. As we get through Tamburello there, fairly easily there. Not the quickest, but I just need to, not necessarily looking for quick, I'm looking for Pedro de la Rosa's out. There you go. I shouldn't say that with glee. Hopefully he's unhurt, but I'm glad that he's out, because that means our race has just become a bit less eventful. As we're struggling to catch up with Jarno Trulli in front of us, Rubens Barrichello is an issue behind us, as he has been all race, and I've hit the turf! I've hit the turf, and I've almost hit Damon Hill, and we're back in 11th, 12th place now. Oh dearie me, it was all going swimmingly there. I was looking at 5th, I was looking at 6th, and I'm now back in 10th, as I'm looking down the exhaust pipe of our teammate Damon Hill. I'm trying to get past him before he hits the racing line. That was always risky. I'll get past him there, as we try and battle back now from 9th, and once again to hope we've got 3 laps to go at the end of this one. If I take a scenic route to try and get past Barrichello, it doesn't quite work for me, as Wurz and Trulli are further down the road than I would like them to be. Oh, come on. Too much turf once again. I'm back in 10th position again. I've got a Minardi up my rear in the form of Marc Genet. Oh dear. This has been a very, very scrappy race once again. As we pass Olivier Panis for the umpteenth time in this race, we are now back up to 10th. As we chase down our teammate, it looks as if Genet's got past Panis as well. I don't know if there's a problem with Panis' car, because we managed to put a wee bit of distance between ourselves and Genet. As we need to try and get ourselves a bit of distance between ourselves and Damon before the corner, and we do. As we're chasing down Rubens Barrichello once again. Oh, he moved out there, and he spooked me. Oh, and I'm back down to 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Oh, he moved out. I should have held my place. I didn't. I should have held my nerve, excuse me. Certainly didn't hold my place. Oh, Rubens Barrichello, you naughty, naughty boy. I can see why Michael Schumacher wanted you to be his teammate next season. With driving like that. As we've got 2 laps left, 13th position, an improbable points finish. We'll need a miracle now. Marc Genet in the Minardi has put in the fastest lap. Over 1 lap, the Minardi seems to be quite quick, because Luca Badour's had pace. Marc Genet's now put in the fastest lap. As we're talking about Luca Badour, He's coming up behind us as we pass Olivier Panis. And we've got a BA. Is that a BAR in front of us? It might be Ricardo Zonta. It's Jacques Villeneuve actually. So Villeneuve's got himself up a couple of places. Of course, Zonta was on the back row. Unlikely to be Ricardo Zonta. Please don't spin again. So, here we go. We need to try and be brave through this chicane here. Braver than our opponents, and we have done. The zipper car is in our rear view mirrors now, as we're now chasing down Marc Genet to deny Minardi a top 10 finish, hopefully, assuming that there's no incidents on the final lap in a bit. We're past Marc Genet, we're back in the top 10. We're chasing down Damon Hill now for another place. And we can hopefully try and get him down towards Tamburello. Jarno Trulli is quite a ways away down the field now. Unlikely going to get back up to him in the last lap or so, but we're up to 9th in a battle with our own teammate, and we've lost that battle right there. Jean Alesi's put in the fastest lap in his Sauber. He's down to 16th. Oh, Luca Badour, we're almost run Marc Genet off the track. Sorry, it might be Marc Genet in front of us. Might have done Luca Badour off the track. Panis is behind us now. We're out of the top 10 again. And the blame is right on Rubens Barrichello's doorstep for a dangerous move, especially given his history with Imola, the massive crash he had in 1994, notwithstanding the other tragic events of 1994. But Imola is dangerous enough without you trying to put an opponent into the crash barrier. As we're now just chasing down Damon for another position. I don't want to go into the racing line quite there. We'll take him into the corner and get up as high as we can. Frustratingly, I think Jarno Trulli's not that far away. DC has taken the race win here at Imola in 1999. So I think that's 3 different winners from 3 different races. Eddie Irvine, Ralf Schumacher, and now David Coulthard as we cross the line to finish 9th. A very, very frustrating race once again for Heinz-Harald Frentzen and Jordan. But there is the classification. David Coulthard, Eddie Irvine, Michael Schumacher on the podium. Then it was Hakkinen, Alex Wurz and Jarno Trulli. Thankfully, Rubens Barrichello didn't make it onto the podium, because that would have been unjust, I must say. But yes, there we are. Two didn't finish. Olivier Panis eventually didn't finish as well. We thought he might have had an issue, because he tried to pass us and then just completely fell away. But that is your classifications after 6 laps. So your World Drivers' Championship stand as DC closes the gap on Eddie Irvine, who remains at the top. Mika Hakkinen is in 3rd on 13th. Ralf Schumacher is in 4th with his win last time out. 6 points ahead, comfortably ahead of his brother Michael Schumacher in 6th. Alex Wurz is in the middle of a Schumacher sandwich on 8 points, and then you've got Toru Takagi, Jarno Trulli, Olivier Panis and Pedro Diniz rounding out the top 10 there. So we're yet to get on that leaderboard there, but hopeful, as we say, for later races. The World Constructors Championship, McLaren out in front with 29, then you have Ferrari on 21, Williams on 10, Benetton on 8, Prost on 5, Arrows on 4 with Toru Takagi, and Sauber on 1 solitary point, thanks to Pedro Diniz, I believe. No, Jean Alesi I think got their point last time out. But that is it for this one. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated, as would a subscription to the channel if you want to see more from this one. And we've also started a series on Toka Racing Driver 2. Toka Race Driver 2 for the PSP, a game that I hold dearly to my heart. that's another series that we're running alongside this one as well. So if you want to see more from the channel, please consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated as well. But until next time, when we head to Spain, I believe it is, just want to say thank you all very much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one.